Hello everybody, this is Victor M. Romo, leadership consultant. Today I want to present you the European Summer School 2025 so you can take a grasp of the power that it conveys by attending this year's session. Have you ever wondered what the suppression of free thought reveals about political responsibility? Journey with me to first century Rome, and you'll see that when power feels threatened, its first victim is usually the spoken word. Stoic thinkers insisted that every ruler must protect open debate, because without dissenting voices, the city soon loses its moral compass. Yet history shows how easily that duty can be betrayed. Lucius Annus Seneca learned that this hard way. According to Cassius Dio, the young orator dazzled the Senate with a speech so brilliant that Emperor Caligula, furious, ordered him executed. Seneca was spared only because a courtier sneered, "Leave him. He'll die soon of consumption." Thus, the offense was an armed conspiracy, but rhetorical excellence that dared to outshine the prince. Caligula's suspicion reached even further. Entire schools of rhetoric were banished from Rome, because teaching the art of persuasion in politics looked to an insecure tyrant like reducing potential rebels. That lesson still chills us today more than ever. When a ruler crushes intellectual nonconformity, politics is mutilated and society left defenseless against arbitrariness. Remember, tyranny flourishes when the tongues of good people are silent or are cut out. Why does this matter for us right now? Because the challenges of the 21st century demand leaders who value reasoned debate, defend the common good, and understand the dangers of silent dissent. That is precisely the spirit behind the European Summer School 2025, organized by the Escuela de Gobierno y Liderazgo, Isabel la Católica, at the Monastery of Poblet in Catalonia, from the 5 to 13 of July of 2025. The central theme: security, defense, and global affairs through the lens of Christian social thought. For 9 immersive days, you'll study contemporary security dilemmas, engage in high-level debates, and explore how faith, ethics, and policy intersect. Precisely the antidote to the fear-driven repression we saw in ancient Rome, that we are seeing today. If you believe ideas deserve citizenship, leadership, step onto the stage instead of watching from the sidelines. Apply by June 6, 2025, and join a cohort of young leaders committed to ensuring that the next generation of decision makers chooses dialogue over censorship. Make this summer count. Spend 9 exacting days in sunny Catalonia at Poblet Monastery. Connect with top experts in security and defense, policymakers, and like-minded students like yourselves. Tackle real case studies and global challenges. Enjoy a full-day journey to Barcelona, including a private visit to the iconic Sagrada Familia Cathedral. The 2025 edition will focus on the critical challenge of the European Union's security and defense amidst crises such as nuclear deterrence, the war in Ukraine, in Israel, instability in Africa and the Middle East, and growing tensions in Southeast Asia. The program framework will be inspired by the Jubilee of Hope, convened by the late Pope Francis, with a special focus on hope as a foundational virtue for public leadership. Get up to an 80% scholarship and join us at Monastery of Poblet. The program blends interactive training sessions, hands-on workshops, and inspiring keynote lectures, all while offering unique opportunities to connect with a diverse network of peers and professionals. Students will develop a bold and values-based strategy for Europe's security and defense in a multipolar world, rooted in Catholic social teaching and guided by a commitment to peace, justice, and human dignity. 6 distinct modules featuring panel discussions and presentations that will explore the challenge from various disciplines, adopting an open reason approach. The pedagogical model is based on 3 steps: detect, discover, and decide, which has resonances with the well-known See, Judge, Act. Participants will sharpen their ability to analyze global security challenges, refine decision-making, and understand how ethical frameworks shape policy. Explore the future of Europe and its role in terms of security and defense and abroad. It is more than just an academic program. It's a transformative experience. You live with a deeper understanding of Europe's role in the world, enhanced leadership skills, and a network of peers and mentors who share your commitment to the global common good. Don't miss out on this exclusive opportunity to grow, connect, and make a lasting impact. Apply now. Security and defense in a changing world. Explore Europe's role in addressing global threats through cooperation, strategic autonomy, and ethical leadership. Global affairs and geopolitics. Examine diplomacy, conflict, and power shifts in an increasingly complex international landscape. Ethics and Catholic social teaching reflect on human dignity, justice, and the common good as guiding principles for leadership and policy. Sustainable and society tackle urgent environments and social challenges shaping the future of Europe and the globe. Selection criteria. The target audience is young individuals with a political, leadership, and social vocation in their years of university or master studies, ages 22 to 35, or in the early stages of their professional careers. Participants will be selected based on their academic background, experience in their universities and public institutions. The admission process is ongoing. Admissions will be communicated once the organizers have verified that registration is complete and correct. Participation, attendance, and evaluation method. The program comprises 125 hours, spread over 9 in-person sessions from July 5th to 13, 2025, and has an academic commitment divided into 30% teamwork and cultural activities, 70% lectures, seminars, and final project. It is structured in 5 modules, which will be covered throughout the summer school. Module 1, Formation of Security and Defense for the Common Good. Module 2, Social Doctrine of the Church. Module 3, Virtues of the Servant Leader. Module 4, Teamwork. Module 5, Cultural Visit. Meet your instructors. As the ESS 2025, you will learn directly from some of the most respected leaders and thinkers in security, defense, global affairs, and leadership. Our faculty is made up of high-ranking military officers, policymakers, international strategists, and scholars, all deeply committed to forming a new generation of leaders from the common good. Through the program, you'll engage with instructors who don't just teach theory or history, but actively shape real-world decisions that impact Europe and the world. Each session is crafted to immerse you in a critical conversation guided by true experts. Philip McDonough, a professor at Dublin City University, directing the Centre for Religion, Human Values and International Relations, which conducts engaged research with churches and faith communities in Ireland and Europe. K.S. Piotr Mazurkiewicz, a Polish Roman Catholic priest and social sciences professor at Cardinal Stefan Wyszyński University in Warsaw. He was Secretary General of COMECE from 2008 to 2012. Marek Misak, expert in international law, working at the Secretariat of COMECE since 2014. He studied law in Vienna and Sussex and has been active in church and civil society initiatives across Europe, with experience in legal practice and a passion for dialogue between faith and policy. Mark brings multilingual cross-cultural perspective to European affairs. Klaus Welle, distinguished European leader and former Secretary General of the European Parliament. He currently chairs the Martin Centre Academic Council and serves as a guest professor at the London School of Economics. With decades of experience in European politics and governance, he continues to inspire future leaders across academia and international institutions. Beatriz de Leon, Conflict, Justice and Security Advisor at Fair School Partners, Assistant Fellow at the Royal United Services Institute, PhD candidate in Sociology at Sorbonne University. She specializes in radicalization and is an expert of radicalization at the Sahel region in Africa. Stefan Lunte, Secretary General of Justice and Peace Europe, Justitia et Pax, expert in social doctrine of the Church, peace ethics, disarmament and European security policy. José Luis Bazán, Legal Advisor and Policy Officer at COMECE, expert in human rights, religious freedom and the social doctrine of the Church in the European context. Grégoire Kata, S.J., Jesuit priest, theologian, and director of the Service National Famille et Société at the French Bishops' Conference, expert in Catholic social teaching, justice and peace, and socio-political discernment. Carlos Javier Frías Sánchez, colonel in the Spanish Army, Staff College graduate, PhD in peace and international security, with master degrees in strategic studies and in the security and defense. José Pardo de Santayana, Brigadier General, retired, former strategic analyst for the Spanish Ministry of Defense, contributor for the Spanish Institute for Strategic Studies and the Pontifical Academy of Social Sciences. The main goals for the program: respond to shifting European security dynamics and rising geopolitical threats, address the impact of the US suspension of military aid to Ukraine, strengthen EU defense autonomy in light of increased Russian assertiveness, implement the Readiness 2030 plan to mobilize up to 800 billion for military enhancement, integrate ethical principles by promoting peace, justice, and the common good in accordance with the Church social doctrine. The European Summer School 2025 is designed for young leaders aged 22 to 35 who are passionate about shaping a more secure, just, and peaceful world, are committed to promoting the common good in political, social, and public leadership roles, have a strong interest in security, defense, and international affairs, particularly from a humanistic and ethical perspective, aspire to integrate human dignity, solidarity, and justice into policymaking and leadership strategies, are ready to address global challenges with critical thinking, a deep sense of responsibility, and innovative solutions, value integral human development as essential for building lasting peace and security, believe that leadership is a vocation to serve others, and foster real change, especially in vulnerable communities. Professional Development Outlook. The graduates of the ESS will be ready to drive change in international organizations, working in security, peace building, and development. They can advise governments on defense, foreign policy, and human rights, or shape ideas in think tanks and research centers and universities. Opportunities also include diplomatic service, humanitarian, global risk consultancy. Those passionate about education can lead the next generation in peace studies, ethical leadership, and security policy, always with a focus on the common good. Embrace the common good, apply ethics to global security, and lead with purpose. Reflect on political responsibility and create inclusive solutions. Joining the ESS 2025 means becoming part of a community of purpose-driven leaders committed to the common good across politics, society, and business. Graduates gain access to a support network that keeps them at the cutting edge, expands their professional opportunities, and connects them with influential leaders. Networking. Graduates of this SS will have access to exclusive meetings with high-ranking officials in the public sector, business, and civil society figures, enabling them to strengthen their network at an early stage and open doors to new opportunities. Continuous education. Learning doesn't end with the completion of the program. Alumni of the Escuela de Gobierno y Liderazgo will have access to advanced training activities and conferences led by experts in leadership, negotiation, and political strategy, as well as priority in the admission processes in the future programs. Alumni Network. The alumni community of the Escuela de Gobierno y Liderazgo is a key pillar for the professional development of its members through events, mentoring, and collaboration spaces. Summer school graduates will be able to exchange ideas, receive guidance, and design a solid action plan for their career path. Completing the summer school represents an opportunity to create a community of exceptionally talented young individuals and prominent European leaders from the political, economic, business, social, and academic sectors. The program offers an exciting scholarship opportunity designed to support young leaders with scholarships covering up to 80, 50, or 30 of the tuition and meals. We're committed to making this life-changing experience accessible. So, if you feel compelled, if you feel interest in the future of Europe, geopolitics, and the world, meet us. Send me a message, add a comment, and I will be glad to assist. Thank you for listening. This was Victor M. Romo, strategic and leadership consultant. Thank you and goodbye.